On May 16, 2025, the Secretariat of the State Great Khural of Mongolia and the delegation of the European Union to Mongolia jointly organized the Intersectoral Experts Discussion on establishing a results-based planning, evaluation, and monitoring system at the State Palace of Mongolia. This discussion brought together over 120 domestic and international stakeholders, including members of the working group established under Order Number 185 of the Chairman of the State Great Khural, government agencies, oversight bodies of the ministries, international development partners, and policy experts, marking a notable progression in the country's commitment to results-driven governance and the effective implementation of the Vision 2050 long-term development policy. The Intersectoral Experts Discussion aims at discussing international best practices in results-based evaluation and monitoring, enhancing the coherence between Mongolia's short, medium, and long-term development policy documents, and strengthening alignment between planning, budgeting, implementation, reporting, monitoring, evaluation, and analysis. Opening the discussion, Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Mongolia, Bolontoya Hurulatar, highlighted during the 2025 spring session, the Parliament reviewed the 2024 implementation reports of Mongolia's annual development plan, the 5-year development guidelines for 2021-2025, and the government's action plan for 2024-2028. The implementation performance for these development policies in 2024 ranged from 34 to 67.7%, indicating that more effort is required to accelerate progress. According to the government's year-end report, the implementation of parliamentary decisions averaged 53.9%. However, if unreported decisions are considered unimplemented, the national implementation rate would stand at only 30%. Policy decisions made by Parliament must be enforced, and development policies must be executed in a comprehensive and integrated manner, encompassing planning, budgeting, implementation, evaluation, audit, and feedback mechanisms to achieve meaningful results.
So we were implementing budget support program since 2020, and of course the main aim was to support government in changing approach towards budgeting and management of public finances, because we wanted to, together with the government, because it was government's aim as well, to have it results-based budgeting and management of the budget and public finances. Our understanding is that the government of Mongolia was very much engaged, and we have good partnership, because that's something that the government itself, as you see the parliament also very much engaged, like today with the seminar, that they wanted to make changes and to make the government and IMAX governments also work more efficient. And what is very important now, to have continuity and not to drop what was achieved. And it coincided also in a way now, also those final stages with the new elections and the new government, and also elections in the local government, in IMAX, in the local governance. So we are really sure that for new officials that came into their offices now, it's a very good help, because they already have prepared officials that could already, plan according to new rules, and maybe in a way to support the new officials in that.
What can't be measured can't be managed. Every tugrik paid by citizens and businesses in taxes must be spent effectively to ensure the social and economic development of the country. Parliament has the duty to monitor how these funds are used, to review implementation reports, and to keep the public informed in a clear and accessible way. Over the past 4 years, 21 AMIC administrations and 6 ministries have made progress in transitioning to a results-based management system. The remaining ministries and local administrations must now follow suit. More importantly, all public servants at every level should familiarize themselves with the 3 guiding manuals that we have developed. It is not about what tasks are being performed, but what outcomes are being achieved. This shift requires a fundamental change in mindset. Furthermore, with the new parliament of 126 members, each member of parliament should focus their efforts on measuring progress and generating meaningful results in their respective sectors using evidence-based budgeting. Finally, we're working to modernize online platforms, for instance, the National Statistics Office, to report on the implementation of the Vision 2050 long-term development policy initiated by the Prime Minister. Citizens should be able to access real-time data to see whether their quality of life has improved, whether incomes have risen, or urban issues like traffic and air pollution have improved. Transparent digital platforms for citizen feedback and data access will not only increase public participation, but also ensure that voices are heard where it matters most. As a result of the Intersectoral experts' discussion on establishing a results-based planning, evaluation, and monitoring system, it is expected to yield 3 key outcomes. Inputs from participants will be collected and compiled to guide further actions. A draft roadmap for developing a results-based system will be prepared, and a full report summarizing the meeting, conclusions, and proposals that will be submitted to the working group established by Order Number 185 of the Chairman of the State Great Hural and shared with stakeholders.